is gravity?
You have no idea. Okay, next question. But when you start asking, like, what it is, I don't know.
Here's a little flat Earth perspective for you knuckleheads. This is the sun coming at you, not the Earth rotating. It's coming at you into your visual perception. When it sets, it's leaving your visual perception. Your line of perception is converging, and it's like looking down a dark hallway. Not dark, I don't know why I said dark, but you get the idea. Whether a hallway or outside, it's all the same.
Now, you can actually measure the temperature of the moonlight next to the temperature of the shade of the moonlight, and you'll find the moonlight is colder than the shade, the opposite from the sun. So the moon is throwing out its own light, and that light is the opposite from the sun.
At other times still, when the moon has moved further around the Earth, we see the full illuminated face of the moon, and we call that full moon. But it's just because the moon is half illuminated by the sun, and it's our perspective on that half illuminated moon which gives the phases.
Okay, so there's no arguing the fact that when you look at this, the moon, its light is always facing the sun, no matter what. So yes, it makes absolute sense that people would think it's the sun reflecting off the moon. However, it's been proven that the light coming off the moon is different from the light coming from the sun. So with my theory that the moon creates its own light, which stretches across the Earth and reflects off the dome, sounds pretty good to me, don't you think? Can you debunk it? I don't think you could. You can try, but I'd probably eat you up. I would love for somebody to try to debunk that.
Off of the internet, the sun here in the middle, and you get these false suns or parhelion on either side. You can kind of see there's a halo attached to this. We talked about the lunar halo on Wednesday. Same process here. High thin cirrus clouds that are made up of ice crystals that are of a particular shape, six-sided hexagon.
All right, enough. I can't listen to this anymore. This sun is reflecting, okay? If it was refracting, it would look like a rainbow. It's reflecting to make those two false suns. The refraction is actually what makes that halo, because you can see on the inner side of the false suns, it looks kind of like colors are coming out. But to get the two white lights, that is reflection, because it's all the colors that are rainbow into one. So it's not ice crystals and all this other crap. So anyway, here, I thought this was interesting. I actually saw it. This is a time lapse of the stars before an eclipse. But watch that spot, and you could actually see that while the stars are moving, one of them stays in place. Here it is again. While the stars are moving, one of them stays in place, which I've never seen before. I just seen while making this video. But this is the moon eclipsing. It's producing its own light and facing the dome. There's no way that the moon, 250,000 miles away, is going to cover the sun that's 900,000 miles wide, 93 million miles away. This is, the moon creates its own light. That's it. This is not what we're living on. We're not flying through the galaxy in a vortex. This is insanity. How many freaking millions of miles do we have to travel and still we get circular star patterns? It's flat as far as the eye can see. It's just ridiculous.
It is photoshopped, but it's has to be. Another layer to sort of simulate the atmosphere.
And then there's this little bright spot.
It's called the specular highlight. So it's the reflection of sunlight off of water.
Those are the pieces, but you can't just slap them all together.
It just didn't look realistic. It looks kind of flat, or the clouds are sort of too see-through. So I just hit Command Z a lot.
There's artistry to creating the world.
What I imagine it to be. Unfortunately, I'm not an astronaut. I've never been to space. But I've looked at these images over and over again, trying to sort of get the essence of it. It is photoshopped, but it's has to be. It is photoshopped, but it's has to be.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, please give it a like. If you didn't like it, just hit that button with authority. Please subscribe. Also, if you could comment on my sun theory, let me know what you think about it and what I could do better in future videos.